Hello, people. Hello again. また、200、243、243日連続になる。連続 Yeah, 連続 That's it. Okay, let's see the next grammar point that we're working on today. It should be one of those easy ones. I remember yesterday. So yesterday we did o kudasai. So now we do o ni naru. Oki ni also oru. Okay, let's just do
グラドス将
oki ni naru.
一体どうしたというのです。
どうしたというのです。
父王がたった今お亡くなりになりました。
お亡くなりになりました。お亡くなり I did it in Duolingo. お亡くなり means to pass away. お亡くなりになりました。お亡くなりになりました。
お亡くなりになりました。
お亡くなりになりました。
なんですって
なんですって
おになる to do. Another piece of Sonkeigo here. This time, another honorific way of saying to do something. Quite in the same way as nasaru is the Sonkeigo way of saying suru, o ni naru is also used to mean the same thing and is a nice indirect way of speaking of another's actions. Take for example this sentence where someone is describing to another in Keigo that their company president has gone home. 社長は先ほどお帰りになりました。The company president has gone home a short while ago. Or, quite literally, if you were to break apart the grammar, o is the honorific suffix, kairi is the verb of kairu to go home, and then ninaru is to become. So the literal translation for o kairi ni narimashita would be that they have become returned home. See how this is very passive? Quite often, the more indirect you are in Japanese, the more honorific or respectful it becomes, as speaking directly is quite forward, but speaking indirectly is like speaking of one's actions without even necessarily directly talking about it. Or like seen here in お客様がお見えになりました. Literally, the customer has become able to see, which is actually a very indirect way of saying that the customer has arrived. So this would be the Keigo way of saying that a customer has come. お客様が来ました. Or like seen here in Brigadine.
父王がたった今お亡くなりになりました。
お亡くなりに
So
なりま
here,
した。
nakunaru means to pass away, or nakunari ni narimashita is now an indirect way and consequently an honorific way of saying that the king has passed away. And in this situation it makes a lot of sense because to directly state the king has died is a little bit too direct. You need to be a little bit more respectful of his death, right? And so you say that he has passed away. It has become that he has died. お亡くなりになりました.
Okay, so this is Sonkeigo, okay. We do it because I added like a different deck for Sonkeigo and Kenjogo, complete verb conjugation. But let's add a couple of sentences, or maybe not. Maybe no. We skip it. Just move on to the next grammar point. Because I will make a different, so that we don't confuse them, we don't mix them up or something. We make a different deck for Sonkeigo and Kenjogo. Naru or onarimasu. Wait, it's already in Sonkeigo, but it's also already conjugated. It's already in the mass form. Oninaru or onarimasu. Naru. Or narimasu, like we can use both. I don't think there is a lot.
いえ、そこまでお世話になるわけに
I
は。
can't trouble you any further. そこま
い
で
え、そこまでお世話になるわけには。
お世話になるわけよ。お、ここ。
あ、ここ間が気になるな。
お願い、それを壊さないで。それがないと帰れなくなるの。
おばあさんになるまで。
おばあさんになるまで毎日毎日
毎日
毎
毎
日
日毎日 becomes fat, fat, and be fat, fat, fat.
お世話になるだろうから。
お世話になるだろうから。Since I'll probably be seeing a lot of them, a lot of it.
お二人は家族です。だから距離を置けば絶対に寂しくなるはずです。
お姉さんになるためだったら。
お姉さんになるダメだったら。It's not the Son Keigo we're looking for. なります。
メイがお世話になりました。
お世話になりました。
これからもよろしくお願いいたします。
お世話になりました。
メイがお世話になりました。これからもよろしくお願いいたします。
I know this 漢字。お世話になりました。Okay, this is the Son Keigo we're looking for.
メイがお世話になりました。これからもよろしくお願いいたします。
301番のお部屋になります。
We can use this one, or we just can skip it and put it like in the Son Keigo.
301番のお部屋になります。
お部屋になります。It's room. It be room 301.
54円のお返しになります。
お菓子になります。Your change will be 554 yen.
54円のお返しになります。
54円のお菓子になります。
54円のお返しになります。
50円。We can use this. I'm not sure.
いいお嬢さんになりましたね。
お嬢さんになりましたね。Yeah, we make a different deck for.
お会計58,000円になります。
8000円になります。Your bill will be 58,000円になります。
こんな時ですが、長い間お世話になりました。
お世話になりました。Dad, it's a bit late, but thank you for everything.
今までお世話になりました。
お世話になりました。Thank you for everything. お世話まで。今までお世話になりました。
かほこちゃんは絶対いいお嫁さんになりますですね。
長い間
お世話になりました。
お世話になりました。Thank you for everything you've done for me.
私こそ
い
っぱいお世話になりました。
いっぱいお世話になりました。Me too. Thank you for everything until now. Yeah, let's just make it different. Some Keigo. Okay, so the next one should be.
だいたい5分おきに風船が現れます。おきに repeated at intervals or every interval. And believe it or not, next up is the most difficult to find piece of grammar in video games for the JLPTN4. Oki ni. This has a very specific use where you use it with a measurable noun like time, days, or meters, and then it expresses something being done at every one of those intervals. So like, 5分おきに. This would be something happening every 5 minute interval. Or 1週間おきに would be something happening at the interval of every week. Or like these explanations of some scenes you may see in video games, like in Animal Crossing, a balloon generally appears floating around your island for you to pop every 5 minutes. So if you wanted to express this in Japanese, you could say だいたい5分おきに風船が現 arawaremasu. So 5分おき at the interval of 5 minutes, 風船が the balloon arawaremasu appears. Or perhaps you're waiting for a train and you ask someone when the next train is coming and you get the reply 1時間おきに電車が来ます. A train comes once every hour.
So it's a mathematical
So this is certainly a very
point.
useful expression, even though its use is incredibly limited to these specific situations and very difficult to find examples of in video games. It's still a piece of language that is worthwhile learning, especially for these situations that is quite useful to know.
So it's like a mathematical grammar point. Okini, huh? If we don't find, just skip it, okay? Okini. Doesn't have the kanji. Okimasu kara. Day off.
皆さんにもお伝えしておきます。
Okimasu. No, it's not okimasu. No. Okini. Okini, the middle of the sentence.
夕食の買い出しをするときに買っておきます。
I don't think there are.
彼氏に本当のこと話しておきたいなって思って。
For example, every 3 hours.
例えば3時間おきに行くとか。
3時間おきに行くとか。Found one. Okay. Let's use it. So, but first of all, let's just deep seek. Let's add the definition of okini, which is like interval every 5 minutes or something. So, explain to me this grammar point. Okini. And Wikipedia as well. Yeah, okini, a simple grammar point, but useful, could be useful. I can't see myself using it. The next grammar point is okini. Okay, GPT is lagging a little bit. Yeah, anyways, so okini. Okini. Meaning every interval at intervals of x alternating. Okini. Okini. And meaning interval. Okini is used to indicate regular intervals in time, space, or sequence. It answers questions like how often, how much, spacing. Structure, number, counter, okini, action, event. Jikan no kini. Ni jikan no kini. Every 2 hours. Nichi okini. San nichi okini. Every 3 days. Metoru. Meters. Go metoru okini. Every 5 meters. Yeah, easy to understand. Like it's simple. Structure is simple. Usage is simple. Just every 5 meters. Every so and so. Kikampi. Very good explanation. Kudamono to omoimasu. Next grammar point is okini. Okay, so we absolutely use this sentence. Perfect example. Kapeki na bun. What is it?
例えば3時間おきに行くとか。
例えば means for example. 例えば3時間おきに行くとか。
例えば3時間おきに行くとか。
3時間おきに行くとか。完璧な文。例えば means for example. Sound.
例えば3時間おきに行くとか。
例えば3時間おきに行くとか。For example, we go every 3 hours, I think. 例えば For example, going every 3 hours or something. Yeah, this is a perfect translation. For every 3 hours or something. Breakdown. 例えば行くとき。The figure is giving an example of doing something like going somewhere every 3 hours. Done, just like that. A good 完璧な文。Done. 次に。
まずみんなに話しておきたいことがある。
There is one more thing I'd like to say. Yeah. Don't think there is any more examples. But we found one, which very lucky. 起きます。
はい、父にもそう伝えておきます。
そう伝えておきます。おきに
きっかり1時間おきに1人ずつ。
One at every hour. きっかり、私、きっかりみんな exactly. きっかり1時間おきに1つ。
きっかり1時間おきに1人ずつ。
1人ずつ。What does ずつ mean? 1時間のきに1人ずつ。Exactly every hour, one person at a time. One at every time. 完璧な文。No, 完璧な文。
きっかり1時間おきに1人ずつ。
完璧な文。Exactly every hour, one person at a time. So, exactly, precisely, every 1 hour, one person at a time. So, zutsu means a time. Zutsu at a time. Okay. Zutsu. Zutsu means by at a time. At a time. One by one. Sentence sets up a scene where on the dot every hour, one person does something, probably appears, enters, leaves. Verb implies or will follow. Ah.
きっかり1時間おきに1人ずつ。
1人ずつ。完璧な文、bro。
ここに置いておきますね。
ここに置いておきますね。I have the same in G-Lab. I found the same one in G-Lab. 置きなさい。
この公式は中間に出すからね。よく覚えときなさい。
覚えてください。
これから数日おきに都内のホテルを移動します。
当日おきに、これから当日。Every few days. 当日おきに、every few days. We'll be switching hotels from now on. So これから means from now on. 当日おきに、every few days. 都内 within the Tokyo metropolitan area.
これから数日おきに都内のホテルを移動します。
移動します。movement, transfer. I think this could be a 完璧な文。I'll be switching hotels from now on every few days. これから掃除。数日の掃除。
これから数日おきに都内のホテルを移動します。
数日。これから数日おきに。From now on, I'll move between hotels in Tokyo every few days. Okay. 完璧な文。
これから数日おきに都内のホテルを移動します。
Okay. 完璧な文、bro. From now on, I'll be moving between hotels in Tokyo every few days. これから数日おきに every few days. So 数日おきに once every few days. Hotels in Tokyo. 都内にホテル。Hotels in Tokyo. Within the Tokyo metropolitan area. いや、完璧な文。Speaker is saying that starting now, they will be changing hotels in Tokyo every few days. いきますね。起きられる。食べな起きられる。
さあ、冷めないうちに食べな。起きられる？
起きられる？ Can you eat? Can you get up? 起きられる？ 起きられる？ Can you get up? 起きたいね。夜まで起きたいね。起きたいます。起きたいことがある。whatever this is.
その辺にしておきたまえ。
その辺にしておきたまえ。
その辺にしておきなさい。
その辺にしておきなさい。I don't think there are
最後にユキ姉にだけは挨拶をしておきたくてな。
I don't think there are any more Okini sentence. We found some good sentences. Perfect. I think we move on to the next grammar point. 起きましょ
う。まずは鈴井を確実に殺しておきましょう。
起きましょう。起きたい。
イリーナ、お前に聞いておきたい。
お前に聞いておきたい。There's something I need to ask you 今。イリーナ。起きたかったですわね。
ビデオか写真に撮っておきたかったですわね。
起きたかったですわね。Why is this わね。ですわね。
1分おきにトイレに行く生徒だとさ。
トイレに行く生徒だとさ。So every minute. She needs to go to the bathroom. Every minute.
1分おきにトイレに行く生徒だとさ。
What does pupil student? だと to be だとさ。apparently. Maybe this is a good sentence. No, it is. Every minute plays a student. Bro, GPT is lagging. お期待できます。
レポートに書いておきたい出来事です。
出来事。出来事です。出来事です。置きましょう。置きます。呼びておきます。Yeah, that's it. No more. No more. Oh.
友達の記憶がリセット。1週間おきに
1週間おきに Your memories of your friends get reset every week? 友達の記憶がリセット。リセット。リセット。1週間おきに Memory. This is a good sentence. Apparently, he's a student who goes to the bathroom every minute. So that tosa means they say, apparently I heard, casual, トイレに行く student. He's a going to bathroom student. 生徒。
生徒。
生徒 means student. Okay, let's use this one and the other one. Both are good.
1分おきにトイレに行く生徒だとさ。
だったした。
1分おきにトイレに行く生徒だとさ。
Every minute. We use both translation. Playing the student. A kind of like literally this. Apparently he's a student, she is a student. So that's why every minute. Literally. She is a student who goes to the bathroom every minute. Yeah. I'm thinking a boom. Breakdown and that's it. Maybe, okay, the other one is the memory. Very nice.
友達の記憶がリセット。1週間おきに
1週間おきに very 完璧な文ですone.
友達の記憶がリセット。1週間おきに
1週間おきに every week. Translation. Memories of your friends get reset every week. The translation even is very accurate. Resetto. Resetto means to reset. 友達の休暇。友達の記憶がリセット。1週間おきに
友達の記憶がリセット。1週間おきに
1週間おきに Memory is reset every week. Friends memory resets every week. 友達の休暇 not my friend's memory. Your memories of your friends gets reset every week. It's not accurate translation, but it's a完璧な文. The memory of my friends should be. Your memories of your friends. Memory of friends. Resetto gets reset. English word. Loan word from English. 1週間おきに 1 week at intervals of every week. That's it. 完璧な文 cannot get any 完璧 than this. So let's move on to the next grammar point. I think we're done here. Added so many.
回復の見込みはあるのか。手は尽くしておりますが、なんとも。
Oru, the humble Iru. Now on to our next piece of Kenjogo or humble Keigo.
Kenjogo is a different. Kenjogo is going also to be a different grammar point. Just like the song Keigo. So we're going to skip it.
For the N4 is Oru or Orimasu. And this is the humble way to use Iru to exist. Now remember that Kenjogo is used to depreciate your own position to put the listener above. It's also known as humble speech. Iru turns into Oru, and then if you want to be polite as well as humble, then you would turn Oru into Orimasu. And so Oru can be used just like Iru in the many functions that it has, like for example imasu to say that you exist or that you are here, and so you use it for example if your boss asks you if you are present, you can say Hai orimasu to say a very polite way of saying that you are there. And it can also be used with the te iru grammar to say that something is being in the continuous form. So, benkyou shiteiru, studying, this would turn into benkyou shite orimasu or benkyou shite orimasu. So this piece of language is used when you're speaking to those who are above you in position, like for example, the president of a company, or perhaps a king or a prince, like seen here in triangle strategy. I'm doing everything I can, however. So here, tsukushiteiru, to be devoting yourself, serving yourself, or exhausting yourself doing something, and then it's turned humble and polite with tsukushite orimasu. So this is a very humble and polite way of saying that he's doing the best that he can. He's doing everything that he can. Te wa tsukushite orimasu ga, nantomo.
Okay. So oru again is going to be a different grammar point, but let's just see some examples. So oru. Does oru have a kanji? Orutomo?
Orutomo.
Oh, orutomo. Sure there are. So oru is the kenjogu of iru.
あれからも毎日欠かさず通っておるわ。
帰っておれは。おるわ。帰って means 通う means to go to and from. To go to and from. Casts is only my castle every single day.
あれからも毎日欠かさず通っておるわ。
通っておれは。おるわ。帰っておるわ。そりゃ、おる。
いや、それだけのものならもっと出す小塚もおるじゃ。
おるんや。おるんやで。
おかげでチロチロ見てる人もおるんやで。
おるんやで。おるんやで。
おるで。
おるで。It's here. But in some Keigo. Or Kenjogu. Kenjogu.
ここいらへんによる化けネズミの半数を駆除することになるやもしれんな。
こやつ、なかなかやりおる。
やりおる。こやつ。なかなかやりおる。He's more formidable than he appears. Iru. It's just the same as Iru, but oru. O instead of E.
さりげなく、しかし大胆に我らが教室を覗いておる。
覗いておる。Just check out orimasu.
うちの息子ここにおる言うて。
Apparently my son is here.
うちの息子ここにおる言うて。
Why is ma? うちの子そのここにおるいて。
うちの息子ここにおる言うて。
おるいて。
可能性の話をしておるので。
おるのです。I'm just saying there's a possibility of it.
可能性の話をしておるので。
話をしておるので。
子供とちょっと一緒におるだけで。
ちょっと一緒におるだけで。You think you can become a good dad?
子供とちょっと一緒におるだけで。
子供のちょっと一緒におるだけで。And so on and so on. So it's kind of obvious how to use it. Orimasu. But wait, orimasu is also to descend. Orimasu.
楽しみにしております。
Looking forward to it. To do it. 楽しみにしております。楽しみにしております。
楽しみにしております。
楽しみにしております。
お邪魔しております。
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 大変ご無沙汰しております。
お邪魔しております。
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 大変ご無沙汰しております。
ご無沙汰しております。大変ご無沙汰しております。Yeah. So yeah, this is おります。This is おります。
そうならないことを祈っております。
おります。お待ちしております。
わかりました。お待ちしております。
わかりました。お待ちしております。I'll be waiting.
ご無沙汰しております。
ご無沙汰しております。So yeah, this is おります for you. Next grammar point. Going to be a different deck for Kenjogu and Sonkeigo. So we skip it for now.
This next piece of grammar is a very simple yet very useful piece of language.
Finish,
It is used following a verb in the stem form, quite like hajimeru to show to begin. Here, owaru means to finish doing that verb. So it's
Kisajin, bro, how is it going, bro? Kisajin.
Of hajimeru. So tabe owaru would mean to finish eating.
How is it going, bro? Owaru. We are doing owaru now.
To finish talking. Or like seen here in Final Fantasy IX.
Konbanwa, yeah. It's like night at your place.
Kigae owatta ka?
Konbanwa.
So here, kigaemasu means to change your clothes.
日本語を勉強する。日本語を勉強する。
Kigae owaru is to finish changing your clothes. And this can be used just like hajimeru, where you show to begin something, but instead you use it to show that you're finishing something. So just make sure that you put it in the stem form and then get rid of the mas, and then finish off with owaru to show that you're finishing doing a verb.
お、勉強。日本語の勉強しておる。日本語の勉強しております。日本語の勉強しております。Wait, so 終わりにしよう。終わりにしよう。終わりにしよう。終わりにしよう。
さて、この茶番を終わりにしよう。
この茶番を終わりにしよう。勉強の頑張って偉い。頑張って偉い。bro。頑張って。
さて、この茶番を終わりにしよう。
頑張っておる。頑張っておる。この what? Let's put an end to this. 茶番。この茶番を終わりにしよう。
さて、この茶番を終わりにしよ
う。終わりにしよう。I like this sentence. I like this. さて。この茶番、what does 茶番 even mean? Farce. What farce? Farce, charade. What's farce? Farce. Farce. A comic dramatic work using buffoonery and horseplay, and typically including crude characterization and ludicrously improbable situations. Farce. Okay. Farce. Wait, farce. Like a ridiculous situation. Farsa. Like a ridiculous situation. Farsocomedia, comedy. Like comedy situation. Chaban. Very, very interesting. Very interesting.
さて、この茶番を終わりにしよう。
この茶番を終わりにしよう。茶番。Okay, 茶番、farce. Charade. What does charade mean? Charade.
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 Charade. An absurd pretense intended to create a pleasant or respectable appearance. Talk of unity was nothing more than a charade. Charade. Like, lack to create a pleasant, respectable appearance. Absurd pretense or intended. Silabógrafos. Silabógrafos. What does that even mean? Coroidía, como día para mí. Charade. Okay, very interesting. Owarinishio. Chaban. I have to put this sentence. Okay, we need to use this sentence. So, Chaban means farce or charade. So, X. The next grammar point is owaru. 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 Explain to me this grammar point. Owaru. Owaru. この茶番はさて、
この茶番を終わりにしよう。
この茶番を終わりにしよう。I'll put an end to this farce.
さて、この茶番を終わりにしよう。
この茶番、I love this sentence. 終わりに来る。
じゃあ、バイト終わりにクリスマス会しましょうか。
もう
終わりにしよ
う。もう終わりにしよう。
終わりにしよう。
もう終わりにしよう。Let's end it.
今度こそ終わりにしよう。
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 今度こそ終わりにしよう。Bro. Yeah, 終わる is pretty simple. 終わる。Owaru means to end. To end it. Grammar point owaru meaning to end, to finish, to complete. Yeah, pretty simple with different kind of conjugations. Yeah, with like transitive, intransitive, and so on and so on. Let's now put this beautiful sentence.
さて、この茶番を終わりにしよう。
さて、この茶番を
終わりにしよう。
この茶番を終わりにしよう。Wait, 茶番 ban means number. And chai, cha ban, cha means chai. Cha ban is farce, charade. Very interesting. さて、この茶番を終わりにしよう。Sentence added to ChatGPT. さて、この茶番は終わりにしよう。Pretty simple sentence, pretty simple grammar point. We also use this one.
今度こそ終わりにしよう。
今度こそ終わりにしよう。Now, let's put an end to this farce. Put an end to this farce. Now, let's put an end to this farce. Or charade. Farsa is the same. Tate kono chaban, literally a farce or a silly act. Charade. Your volitional form, perfect. I'm picking up. Why am I learning so much about the end? It's it's a grammar point. It's a grammar point. From
どんなに頑張っても what just you sure to begin
owaru finish. So we go by with the order, you know, order of the word. I wanted to learn the chaban. Chaban, very interesting word. But we go in order.
終わりにしよう。
今度こそ終わりにしよう。We go in order. This time I will end it. 今度こそ。This time I will end it. This time sure put an end to it. Yeah, done. Yeah, owaru. Like, do we need any more?
終わりにしよう。
終わりにしよう。Owaru, for example. Owaru. Hey, Chabi, how long, bro? How is it going, man? 終わるから。
ごめん、すぐ終わるから。
すぐ終わる。ごめん、すぐ終わるから。
これ全部配り終わるまで帰れねえからな、今日は。
Yeah, we don't need any more because we already will add owaru in the verb conjugation.
begin something and があるんだな。どんなに頑張っても覆せないものがあるんだな。そんなこと言うな。努力すれば将軍になれるのか。られる the potential form.
Potential form is easy. We also have it in the verb conjugation deck.
Is what is known as the potential form in Japanese, and it's used to express the ability or inability to do a certain action. Now, to show the ability to do a verb for ru verbs, you simply drop the ru and add rareru, like taberu into taberareru. Or for u verbs, replace the u with eru. So hanasu, to talk, hanaseru, to be able to talk. There are two exceptions to this rule, suru to do and kuru to come. Suru's potential form is dekiru and kuru is korareru. Now, the ra in rareru can actually often be omitted in ru verbs. Doing this might make you lose a few points on a test at school if you have a really strict teacher, but when used normally, it's completely natural to remove this ra in rareru. So tabereru is a very common way of saying to be able to eat something. In fact, in many cases, it's actually easier to use it without the ra so that you don't confuse it with the passive form, which we will cover later in this video. So taberareru is the official potential form of to eat, but tabereru is a perfectly fine way to use it in conversation in Japanese, just it might not be necessarily correct according to the very strict grammar books. However, when looking online in Japanese, I often see this rareru form that's explained in English, often explained as just the reru form in Japanese to show that it's the potential, and the rareru would be for the passive. So like seen here from Final Fantasy Tactics. 努力すれば将軍になれるのか? So nareru is the potential form of naru, to become. So to be able to become is nareru. So the sentence 努力すれば, if you put in effort, 将軍になれるのか, is it that you can become a shogun or a general of an army. One interesting point to note about this example that we have here is that we have the word naru, right, to become. Naru is what's actually known as a godan verb. This is actually the way that the Japanese categorize their verbs, not u and ru, but godan and ichidan. And so for godan verbs, you just add the reru. So if we were to put it into our English way of explaining things, naru is actually an u verb. And that's why it's not narareru, it's just nareru.
Nareru. So, potential form, we already have it here. How many cards do we have in the 227? Okay, maybe I have an idea of how to better this deck. Okay, but anyways.
それは作戦に関係する情報？
いえいえ、そうではなくて、天気がいいと気分がいいのかななんて。
気分が良くても良くなくても 作戦には関係ない。
関係ない。
2B さんらしいですね。
Rashi, it seems, I heard, or apparently. Rashi is used with verbs, nouns, or adjectives to express that something seems a certain way. You may heard it was a certain way, or that something is typical of that thing. So like, ame rashi means that it seems like it's rain, or nesugiru no wa karada ni warui rashi. Oversleeping is apparently bad for your body. Or kimi rashi. It's like you. It's something that's very typical of you. But unlike other similar expressions that are used to say that something appears a certain way, rashi is used when you hear or when you get some sort of information about that thing. For example, if you heard that someone said something and you thought, that's a very like you thing to say, you could say, kimi rashi ne. So it's something that is very like that person. Or like in gakusei rashiku motto benkyou shinasai, study more like a student would. In this example, the person wants them to study in the way that they have heard or gotten information about how
学生らしくもっと勉強しなさい。
how students normally study, and they want that person to be more like that. The first example we have is from Nier Automata, where upon hearing 2B's response, the operator on the call says that it was a very like her thing to say. So she says,
気分が良くても良くなくても作戦には関係ない。
2B さんらしいですね。
So, Tubi-san rashi means that it is something that is very typical of her, right? That's an answer that she would have expected from 2B. Or like seen here in Grandia.
いつも言っておるだろう、ミオレン。周りに兵士がおらぬときは、父と呼ぶがいい。
お言葉ですが。
お言葉ですが。
ここにはまだリーン注意が控えております。
お前らしいな。
お前らしい。
その答え。
This boss-looking man laughs at the fact that the other man's answer was very much like an answer he would have expected him to have done, and so he says, お前らしいな、その答え. So, お前らしい again is just like the Nier Automata example. お前らしい, it's very much like you. So we can see that rashi can be used to say that something appears to be a certain way based on what you've heard or some sort of information, but it can also be used to say that it's very like someone, whether it's like a student, gakusei rashi, or whether it's like you, kimi rashi.
And that's it. Bro, rashi, I definitely know it from somewhere. So, rashi.
素晴らしいよ。やっぱ
素晴らしいよ。
素晴らしい。
素晴らしい。Wait, it's all
素晴らしいよ。
It's all 素晴らしい。
の方が素晴らしいと思うし。
素晴らしいと思うし、素晴らしいと思うし。I think it's wonderful.
らしいよ。
らしいよ。Or so it seems.
16時に鐘が鳴るらしい。
鐘が鳴るらしい。What is it? 鳴るらしい。Sound. The bell rings. The bells ring at 4.
16時に鐘が鳴るらしい。
16時に鐘が鳴るらしい。鐘が鳴るらしい。
ねえ、昴生ちゃんらしい。
昴生ちゃんらしい。Okay, らしい。らしい。Very useful grammar point. Simple to say the least. The next grammar point is rashi. Explain to me this grammar point. Rashi.
ねえ、昴生ちゃんらしい。
昴生ちゃんらしい。It's very much like 昴生。
ねえ、昴生ちゃんらしい。
昴生ちゃんらしい。
でなくて相当悩んでるらしい。
相当ね。相当病んでるらしい。病んでる。What does 病んでる even mean? 病んでる。I heard that he's having a lot of trouble with his girlfriend. 相当。
でなくて相当悩んでるらしい。
病んでるらしい。病んでる。
でなくて相当悩んでるらしい。でなくて相当悩んでるらしい。
相当悩んでるらしい。Bro,
鐘の音が聞こえるらしい。
she heard the bell.
あいつ、アキラのことを誘ったらしい。
アキラのことを誘ったらしい。Bro, but it's not the Rashi we're looking for. So, Rashi, meaning seems like, apparently typical of, hearsay. Okay, Rashi, grammar point. Grammar point Rashi, meaning seems like, apparently Rashi is a suffix adjective used to express hearsay, indirect information. I hear that. Typical characteristics, just like a noun should be. Conjecture based on evidence, seems like. Structure and usage, hearsay. Rashi, ashita wa ame rashi. I hear it's going to rain tomorrow. Kare wa keinkon suru rashi yo. Apparently he's getting married. Characteristics like. So Rashi means I heard, hearsay. Could also mean like. Sensei Rashi. Behavior, I don't know what behavior is. Kimi Rashi. Haru Rashi tenki. Haru Rashi tenki. Like weather, like spring. Conjecture, evidence based. Observed clues. Kare wa tsukarete iru rashi. He seems tired. Bro, I know Rashi, so it has like 3 different meanings.
ねえ。昴生ちゃんらしい。
昴生ちゃんらしい。
ね
え。ねえ。
昴生ちゃんらしい。
昴生ちゃんらしい。ねえ。昴生ちゃんらしい。It's very much like Jose.
鐘の音が聞こえるらしい。
聞こえるらしい。
長所らしいことなんか何もできない。
行きつけらしいホテルに消えられました。
行きつけらしいホテルにつけられました。消えられました。And then they disappeared into a hotel.
いい夢見てるらしい。
いい夢見てるらしい。Used to express something that seems to be true or indicates. Seems like typical of, apparently. Wait, so what does this sentence actually mean? It seems like having a nice dream. A good dream. It seems like she's having a good dream.
いい夢見てるらしい。
いい夢見てるらしい。Sentence. いい夢見てるらしい。It seems like she's having a good dream. いい夢。She heard that. Seems like she's having a good dream. Done. Just like that. 完璧な文。
まあ、花木先生らしい内容です。
花木先生らしい内容です。
まあ、花木先生らしい内容です。
内容です。What does 内容です mean? Substance matter import. 花木先生らしい内容です。
まあ、花木先生らしい内容です。まあ、花木先生らしい内容です。
内容です。内容です。What does 内容です mean? Don't understand. Content or subject matter? What does it have to do with the sentence? So, well, it's the kind of content you'd expect from Professor Hanaki. Ooh. That's what it means. So, literal translation. Literally. Is the kind of content you expect from Professor Hanaki. Professor Hanaki. The sentence as follows. Okay, Rashid, done. Just like that.
あなたの結婚相手はフィクサーってやつらしいですね。
そりゃあ大した勢いだったらしいですよ。
そりゃあ大した声だったらしいですよ。
それは若田さんも無理らしいんで。
無理らしいんで。それは脇田さんも無理。無理 means unreasonable, unnatural. Wait, that's impossible. What means impossible? I think this is a good sentence. それは
らしいですよ。
らしいですよ。
それは若田さんも無理らしいんで。
無理らしいんで。Apparently, that's impossible for Wakita-san. I think the translation is apparently, the translation is accurate. He also finds it impossible. So, okay. So, それは that. As for that, Wakita-san more to muri impossible and unreasonable. And that's it. That's it. That's it. らしいですよ。らしいですよ。らしいですよ。
らしいですよ。
らしいですよ。らしいですよ。And that's it. So I have here. らしいですよ。
らしいですよ。
君らしいね。
君らしいね。君らしいね。
君らしいね。
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 君らしいね。君らしいね。I like this sentence. It looks like you. Ha 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 ha. Wait, is that a laugh?
君らしいね。
Haha, yeah, it's a laugh. Haha, laughter. Haha, 君らしいね。Seems like you. あの人らしいわ。
いらないでしょ？あの人らしいわ。
いらないでしょ？いらないでしょ。I didn't need that. いらないでしょ。I didn't need that. I didn't need that. Did I? It's just like him.
いらないでしょ？あの人らしいわ。いらないでしょ？あの人らしいわ。
完璧な文。いらないでしょ？ I didn't need that, didn't I? いらないでしょ。あの人らいは。just like him.
覚えてらっしゃらない。
Okay, enough with dorama. Let's just move on to anime. Rashi?
らしい
Rashi?
ああ、幼馴染らしい。
幼馴染らしい。幼馴染らしい。あいつらしいな。
あいつらしいな。
あいつらしいな。That's like here.
あいつらしいな。
あいつらしいな。あいつらしいな。あいつ means
あいつらしいな。
あいつ means she, he, or they, those. Wait, あいつ Wait, it's Rashi. It's not the Aitsu. Yeah, Aitsu Rashi. No. It's Aitsu. Aitsu means he or she. Aitsu Rashi. No. Translation just like here. Asuka Rashi.
アスカらしいね。
Asuka Rashi. Asuka is the name, I assume. It's like it's something Asuka would say Asuka.
あの人まだ校長やるつもりなのか？らしいぞ。
らしいぞ。
るなんていかにも守るらしい。
守るらしい。守る。or ママラらしい。ママらしい。
るなんていかにも守るらしい。
いかに守るらしい。いかにも守るらしい。Something he would do. What does 守るらしい even mean? To guard, to defend.
うっかり眠っちまったらしいんだ。
Wait, I think it's a good sentence. But it's to defend, to protect. Mamoru. Can be broken down as follows. Ikanimo, indeed, as expected. Mamoru, which is a name. Ah, it's a name. It's a name, it's not a verb. This could also refer to general concept of protection or guarding. But in this case, it's likely a person's name. As explained before, it seems typically used to express something is characteristic of the person. Indeed, it's very much like Mamoru. Something Mamoru would do. Yeah. Indeed, Ikanimo. Ikanimo! Okay, I'm going to use this sentence.
るなんていかにも守るらしい。
いかにも守るらしい。We add this translation, but we also add literally. We add this indeed. It's very much like Mamoru. Ikanimo. So Ikanimo is indeed. Ikanimo means indeed. Inabun.
うっかり眠っちまったらしいんだ。
眠っちまったらしいな。We inadvertently fell asleep.
お前らしいな。
お前らしいな。お前らしいな。
お前らしいな。
お前らしいな。It's like you. No, that's like you. お前らしいな。Okay, この。
屋根の上にいるらしいよ。
Wait, we added so many.
いかにも人間らしい手前勝手な考えだな。
Not like a human to think only of himself. いかにも indeed. Truly, really, truly, indeed. いかにも。人間らしい。human. 手前勝手。考えだね。
いかにも人間らしい手前勝手な考えだな。
考えだな。I think it's a very nice sentence, this one. Think of oneself only. Self-centered, to be self-centered. Ikanimo means indeed, of course. Human-like. So how like a human to think only of himself. 完璧 no, it's a 完璧な文 it's a 完璧な文
いかにも人間らしい手前勝手な考えだな。
いかにも人間らしい手前勝手な考えだな。It's a 完璧な文 I love also the image as dire wolf or something. Indeed, it's a selfish thought. Just like some typical of a human. Listen to the expresses, okay. Breakdown, and I think with this one we終わりにしよう. I think we wrap it up with this one. We added a bunch.
そういうとこがオーガらしい。
Oga, it's just like Oga. Garushi. So we added a lot of grammar points. It's not we added, but we added Owaru. Oru, we're going to add it to the Kenjogu deck. Okini, Oninaru, Rareru, potential form, we didn't add it, we skipped it because we already have it in another deck. And Sa, Saki, Saseru, Saserareru. Okay, so we just move on. But Sa, what does it?
かつての自分の影に苛まれもがき苦しむその歪みこそ君の美しさだった忘れたのであれば思い出すのに痛みとともに
Sa. Sa is used to nominalize adjectives.
Sa, I know Sa, nominalizes adjectives. So the adjective becomes a noun. I know Sa, yeah.
Or in other words, it turns an adjective into a noun. So like in English where we have the adjective beautiful and the noun beauty. It's the same in Japanese. Utsukushi is beautiful and utsukushisa is beauty. Or long, nagai into length, nagasa. This is an incredibly important piece of grammar to become familiar with, and all you have to do is just remove the last E sound of an E adjective, or the na part of a na adjective, and replace it with sa, like seen here in Street Fighter V. Vega says to Kami, that strain itself was your beauty. So like in my example, he actually uses here, so utsukushi meaning beautiful, and then utsukushisa here is her beauty. So utsukushisa datta means it was her beauty. That means she no longer has this beauty, because she no longer has this strain and struggle. And so this is a very useful expression to turn adjectives into nouns.
That's it, we do it tomorrow, so... Yeah, I know, sir. Very interesting grammar point. So, we wrap it up. Anyone that's here? How are you using instant dictionary? Kind of some, yeah, it's an extension. It's an extension called Yomitan. Bro, an extension, I don't know if I have it here. Yeah, just write Yomitan. Yomitan. It's an extension on any browser. I use Opera and it's working. But yeah, I think we wrap it up here. Are you? Ooh, we need to watch the NHK also. Are you wrapping up already? Wrapping up. Let's go Kanze. Let's watch some Kanze. Let's watch Kanze. I almost forgot. No. We still have 15 more minutes. In those 15 minutes, let's just watch some Kanze no news. Kanze no news. Okay, Kanze no news. Sensei Vic, how is it going, bro? So today was a very interesting day. We did a lot of grammar points. What kind of news? This one, the tsunami. Nishi Nihon to Higashi Higashi means from the west. So from the west of Nihon, no, from the east, Nishi. Nishi from the east, Higashi. So east of Nihon, Nishi Nihon to, and Higashi Nihon, east and west of Nihon, 15 nichi mo, kaminari to, tsuyoi kaze ya ame nado ni kiyotsukete. Be careful of the wind and the kaminari. Very scary. I'm happy because they added more content to Agitabi. Bro, they added more content, huh? Very nice, bro. Like the free version or the paid one? Or no, but you told me that you are paid. You use the paid one. But bro, Wagotabi, amazing. Maybe one day we also start, as we said. So when they complete the whole game, maybe we teach the kids. Maybe we teach the kids Wagotabi, you know. When we become experts in the Nihongo, we do Wagotabi as well and we review it. But you are more level than Wagotabi. Maybe that's also true. We review, we teach. Maybe we teach. I use it as a teaching material.
長崎県佐世保市で午前10時頃に撮影された映像です。氷やあられとみられるものが降っていました。撮影した男性によります。
A lot of 雨降っていました。Fall, a lot of rain fell.
映像です。氷やあられとみられるものが降っていました。撮影した男性によりますと、雷も鳴っていたということです。
ということです。A lot of 雷。
午前中は九州北部などで局地的に雨雲が発達し、東日本でも午後以降天気が急変する
東日本 from the east of 日本
恐れがあります。
Wave.
大気の不安定な状態は西日本では明日にかけて
and also from the Nishi from the west. So Nihon is surrounded east and west a lot of kaminaris.
東日本と北日本では明後日にかけて続く見込み。
We like news about Kanzen Kaminari. It's
落雷や竜巻などの
It's terrible, bro. We live in a world of Kanzen Kaminari.
落雷や竜巻などの激しい突風、急な強い雨、雹に注意してください。また、沖縄から西
Be careful, ください。Be careful, please be careful.
西日本では黄砂にも注意が必要です。大阪では午前8時に飛来を確認しました。明日にかけて黄砂にも注意が必要です。大阪では午前8時に飛来を確認しました。明日にかけて視程はところによって5km未満になると予想されていて、見通しが悪くなった場合は交通への影響が出る恐れがあり、注意が
Fire also. No, also means Tuesday.
必要です。
Wait, so 今日 means Monday. 今日 means
また沖縄から
今日 today Monday.
西日本ではところによってされていて、
明日 means tomorrow. 火曜日 like Tuesday.
で見通しが悪くなった場合は交通への影響が出る恐れがあり、注意が必要です。
注意が必要です。So be careful, like a lot of rain and a lot of kaminari and a lot of kanze. You don't know what to be careful about anymore. You receive kanze from here, you receive kaminari from here, rain from above. It's terrible.
日本の空にとても冷たい空気が入ってきました。
日本の空に the sky of 日本 is very 暗い is very black, very dark.
今日は九州や四国など西日本で雷
西日本で雷 from 西日本で from the east of 日本 there is a lot of 雷
が落ちたり たくさんの雨が降ったりしています。
A lot of sun fell, a lot of rain, たくさん雨降ったり。
小さい氷の塊が降ったところもあります。雲はゆっくり東へ動いています。
The clouds are slowly moving to the east part. 曇り。
他の地方でも天気が急に変わるかもしれません。
The weather is becoming worse and worse, from worse to worse.
この天気は西日本と東日本では明日も続きそうです。
So this bad weather, この悪い天気 is coming from the east, 東。
気象庁は雷やとても強い風や雨に気をつけるように言っています。
The kaminari is preceded, like before the kaminari comes, a strong kaze, a strong storm. Kaze means storm. A strong storm comes, like you feel there will be a kaminari because there will be a huge storm, a huge wind, strong, 強い風。
小さい氷の塊、氷が降るかもしれません。
No one knows why. 風 means wind. No one knows why. 彼知れません。Is God punishing us? Are the gods angry at the 日本人? Why is this happening? 知りません。Nobody knows.
小さい氷の塊、氷が降るかもしれません。
Nobody knows.
急に冷たい風が吹いたり、雷の音が聞こえる。
It's also cold. Not only it's windy, it's stormy, it's 雷, it's rainy, but also it's cold. 冷たい。
たりしたら、すぐに丈夫な建物の中に入ってください。
建物 means buildings. So すぐ means soon. So soon the buildings will fall. What are we going to do? It's terrible. The situation in Nihon is terrible. Kanze, kaze, kaminari, kumori, ame, tsumetai. It's terrible, bro. The situation is bad. 悪い。とても悪いです。建物古い。It's very bad. So yeah, this is the news. The weather news. So a few days ago, there was a Kanze war. Now it's a weather war. When is it going to stop?
先月28日に
建物 buildings are down.
ミャンマー中部で発生した大地震では激しい揺れに見舞われた第二の都市
Wait, that's 日本語?
マンダレーで崩壊した建物に住んでいた日本人の成人1人と
Wait, another tsunami is coming? Another tsunami? Is it?
倒壊した
It sounds like another tsunami is coming.
建物に住んでいた日本人の成人1人と連絡が取れなくなり、現地の日本大使館がミャンマー当局に対し捜索・救助を要請していました。外務省によりますと、おととい建物が崩壊した現場から
おととい means the day before yesterday. That's Thailand. That's Thailand.
日本人とみられる遺体が見つかったとミャンマー当局から連絡があり、
ミャンマー
家族や大使館職員が持ち物などから本人だと確認したということです。今回の地震で日本人の死亡が確認されたのは初めてです。
the 日本sent here to Thailand.
報長官は
これより哀悼の意を表するとともに、ご家族の皆様に心よりお悔やみを申し上げます。また、捜索救助に当たっていただきました、ミャンマーの関係者に深く感謝を申し上げます。政府としては引き続きご家族をできる限り支援するとともに、適切に対応してまいりたい。
Yeah, it's bad, bro. What is going on? It's like terrible. ニュースを書く、ニュースを聞く。
先月28日、ミャンマーであった。先月28日。
先月、last month, 8日。8 days.
ミャンマーであった大きい地震に
This guy is suspicious.
ついてです。日本人が一人亡くなりました。
日本 is alone.
マンダレーという町では地震でたくさんの建物が壊れました。
地震 means earthquake. 地震 means earthquake. A lot of earthquakes. Bro, 地震. He has suspicious look. Who is he? He is the Myanmar or 地震 Myanmar or 地震日本人 I have no idea. But bro, now we have 地震 as well.
この町に住んでいた日本人の一人がどこにいるかわからなくなっていました。
They don't know, they don't understand.
日本の外務省によると、おととい壊れた建物の中からこの日本人が見つかりました。亡くなっていました。この地震で日本人が亡くなったのは初めてです。
Bro, it's terrible. So it's Thailand and Myanmar. They have 地震. 地震 means earthquake. So 地震, kaminari, ame, kumori, kaze, wind. A lot of things. 地震. That's a good kanji. 地震, I know 地震. So yeah, 建物. 建物 means building. 気をつけること. Be careful of the 地震. Careful of the 地震. Could we see the kanji? The kanji for 地震, this one. 地震. So 地震, okay. 地震. The kanji of 地震 is consisted of the earth. Earth is chi. There it is. Chi, earth means ground or earth. And this one I have no idea. Jishin. I have no idea what the second one means. Shin means gem, one of the triangle in the Shin thunder east. Jishin earthquake. Wait, what? Shin means Zen. One of the 3 grams of the I Ching thunder east. Interesting. Second part. So Shin means some kind of mythical Shin. Is that it? No. Is that it? I don't know. Is it? No. Wait. Shin is... There it is. Okay, so Shin. What does Shin mean? Shin is Zen. Is a Chinese word. Zen. Let's check it out in Jisho. So Shin means Zen. One of the triagrams of the Qing. What's Qing even? Thunder East. What is Qing?
Qing.
An abrupt, high-pitched ringing sound, typically one made by cash register. Qing. So Jin means the Qing. So when the earth like what touches one another, there will be a Qing sound. So it becomes a Jishin. So Jishin is earthquake. Earth, chi means ground. Ground, earth. Earth is also used in chikyu. Q, which means Q. Right. GQ. Okay. Q also means earth. Q means sphere, ball, sphere, and chi means earth. So yeah, Yuki taught me that. Jishin is earthquake. So this kanji is the ching, shake, tremble, quiver, shiver. Okay, ground shivers, ground quake or earthquake. Earthquake, that's it. Shin means quake. Earthquake. Earth, chi, jin, shi jin. Earthquake or jishin. Earthquake, that's it. It looks like Yuki also. So from what we know now from the news is the kanze, which is the tariffs, kanze. We know kaze, which is the wind, kaze. We know kaminari, which is the lightning. There is a rain in the upper. There is a rain. We know jishin. Wait, jishin. There is a rain. There it is, the rain. It's like kaminari. There's a rain in everything. Everything is consisted of water. So from the news so far, we learned kanze, kaze, kaminari, jishin, and what else? Kumori. I definitely learned kumori. Or kumo, cloud. Kumori means cloudy. Kumori, kaze, ame, of course, ame like rain. Everybody knows ame. Ame, kumori, jishin, kaze, kaminari. And kanji. Bro, from the news, we even learned kanji from the news. News no kanji. So yeah, that's it. I think that's the news for today. And tomorrow we definitely continue with some grammar points. We are halfway through, bro. We are almost finishing this video. After we finish this video, I'm going to be very happy, bro. It will be a great achievement. Finishing this video would be a great progress, a great milestone. I wouldn't know immediately, right away, all of this, but I will have them all in here. And once I do them again, once I do this deck again, I'll definitely learn everything. How many cards? 670 cards. Okay, so we need 600 more cards because we are halfway through. So yeah, I think with that we wrap it up. Sensei Vic, arigato for being here, for watching the news with me, and of course, mata ashita. We are so deep. We cannot abandon this journey, you know. We are so deep. Mata ashita, and you are a freaking sponge, bro. I was watching Bob Esponja a lot of Bob Esponja, and that's why I learned Bob Esponja. I was watching a lot. So, and by the way, I'm also still watching Bob Esponja, but in Nihongo. So that's a good thing. Have a nice rest of the day. Have a nice rest of the day. Bro, Sensei Vic, thank you very much. We continue tomorrow, of course, and we see more news.